KZN Future 50, powered by F&B Business and East Coast Radio, is up next. Stay tuned as we spotlight an unstoppable business shaping our future's province.
They say it's just business, but it's so much more for us as Mzansi businesses. It's about showing up every day on every street corner, B&B, barbershop, farm, franchise, and manufacturer. Because giving up is just not an option. It's about the comfort we, as over 1 million unstoppable businesses, feel from having F&B Business behind us. They help us stay unstoppable. Help changes everything. Global Finance 2024 Best SME Bank in South Africa. F&B, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized FSP and credit provider.
The KZN Future 50 with Pavlo Fatidis, inspiring KZN's business future.
It's time for KZN Future 50, and for that, of course, we have Pavlo Fatidis from Oric. Good morning, Pavlo.
Good morning, Carmen.
Okay, so tell me, which business will you be featuring today, and why did you pick them?
We're going to be featuring Celrose Clothing, which is led by John Comley. It's a KZN clothing manufacturer with factories in Tongaat and Isitebe, and they supply denim pants, knitwear and other garments to some of South Africa's biggest retailers. They're quite a special business because they pulled off a really rare thing. John has turned a struggling in-house factory into a modern, competitive operation using two strategies: high tech and high touch. And today, this business sits as a world-class, automated, deep invested people factory establishment. It is a true definition of a modern industrialist.
So tell me, what makes them special enough to be on the KZN Future 50?
Well, there are three things. This idea of high tech and high touch. This factory has invested in state-of-the-art machinery and equipment. It has a new denim laundry, and jeans get washed extensively in order for preparation. It uses lasers and low-water finishes to get the dyeing process and the scuffing process right, but it's also high touch. And what John has gone and built is an internal training academy where he is able to work with his workers and upskill them to work across different parts of the business itself. And that then leads to better decision-making all around. The next thing is he measures everything, as any industrialist should. And through this strategy of his, this high-tech, high-touch strategy, absenteeism, which is where people don't arrive at work, which was running at 7.5% per month, has fallen to 2.4% a month. It means that the workers in this factory can see their value, appreciate their value, and actually go there for more than just a paycheck. They go there to be valued. The next big factor is the way that fashion works. You need to be able to turn around fashion very, very quickly, because we live in a world where fashion styles change literally every 2 months or so. It used to take 20 days to make a pair of jean pant. He now can get it done in 3 days. And then the last thing is he has built sustainability into this factory. So the average pair of jeans uses about a kilogram of denim fabric. To make a kilogram of denim fabric uses typically 20 liters of water. We consume 16 million denim pants a year in South Africa. To make them, typically would use 320 million liters of water, or put differently, Carmen, that is 32 million toilet flushes a year. In John's factory, he's brought it from 20 liters per kilogram to 1.5 liters per kilogram. It means that he's brought the 32 million toilet flushes down to about 2.4 million toilet flushes a year. It is a world-class achievement.
So, Pavlo, that a question we all want to know: where will Celrose Clothing be in 5 years?
Well, if they stay their course, it is already and will maintain its continent-leading sustainable denim positioning and hub. And it's here in KZN. It serves multiple retailers with core denim programs. It has got a winning speed to floor quality low resource use, which is fancy language. Effectively, that means when an order is given to them, they can turn it around in literally 3 days. And what this has led to are jobs, skills, and it should be pride in our South African manufacturing. To keep it, he needs to do 4 things. Number 1, you've got to sweat that new laundry and the lasers that he's invested in. It means more of the high-tech automation processes need to be used and exhausted. Next, lock-in core programs. He's got to convert seasonal orders into multi-year basics. And that means constantly the factory is built to serve the retail industry. The retail industry is under constant pressure, and all the efficiencies that John has been able to enjoy in his factories need to be maintained. He must then double down on his academy, keep on training the workers that work in our clothing industry. Unfortunately, government has failed to do so. We lost out on all our technical training colleges. We've lost out on so many of our apprenticeships. Inside his factories, he has built those academies. And then the last thing is he's got to protect his uptime. This factory works 24/7, almost 365 days a year.
So, Pavlo, that very important question, what can KZN do to support Celrose Clothing?
Well, as KZN, we need to get a message out to the Big Eight. The Big Eight could be the draw card to reindustrialize our entire textile industry. And by that I mean Mr. Price, Pepco, the Fashini Group, Woolworths, Truworths, Pick and Pay Clothing, Retailability, and I know Norman's listening, and then the ShopRite Checkers, Unique, which is their new clothing line. Here's the reality, Carmen. If those Big Eight retailers got round the table with someone like John, and alongside with them at that round table, we brought in private equity firms and venture capital firms and some of the banks to look at what would be needed to rehabilitate and lift up the performance of our textile industry. Those big retailers alone, if they were able to see how John operates his plant and could then translate that into the industry as a whole, which John would do willingly, sharing his insight and knowledge with other manufacturers. If they could give orders to local manufacturers, it would mean over a period of time, the clothing that we wear comes from South Africa, the clothing that sits on our backs creates South African jobs, and over a period of time, we could lift the capability of our entire textile industry and turn it into what is currently a flagging industry, into a thriving industry, and bring it back into our borders, into our lives, into our tax regimes, into our consumer base, and create the substrate of a future fantastic opportunity across the nation of South Africa.
Pavlo Fatidis from ORIC is joining us for KZN Future 50. Thank you for joining us. And if you want to get involved in the KZN Future 50, you go to ecr.co.za and you can find all the information on every single company that we feature.